Alrighty, hello everyone, and welcome to a new video. This time, it will be on World Warships, featuring the Tier 2 German cruiser, the Dresden. That's right, the Germans. So I've played the Tier 1 Hermlellen. Probably mispronounced that quite a lot. But anyways, not a bad ship. Got a citadel penetrated too many times, so that kind of made me mad. But the Dresden, much better ship. It's kind of like a Tier 2 baby St. Louis, I guess you can call it. It has, once you get this thing fully upgraded with the hull upgrade, it has 12 10.5 centimeter guns. Quite a relatively small caliber for a naval gun. But anyways, it's right here, slithering around. It has 12 of these. Now, even though they are quite small caliber, they do reload really quick with a rate of fire of 15 rounds per minute. That means that you can be pushing out a round every 3 seconds. A new round will be launched, so you can really put up the barraging fire. So I'm here on Big Race Domination. We have 2 St. Louis, 3 Coburgs, the Tier 3 German cruiser, 1 Chester, 4 Dresdens, then 2 Stornosavoy, Tier 2 Russian destroyers. The enemy has a South Carolina, 3 St. Louis, 2 Coburgs, 1 Chester, 3 Dresdens, 1 Wakatake, the infamous walkie-talkie, and 1 Samson. So anyways, back to the battle. We're going to be moving along here, along the northern side of the map, going northeast. We've run into some resistance so far. Enemy Coburg and Dresden. So here they come. Now, as you can see here, these Coburgs and Dresdens are just unloading. They're pumping the shots out. I mean, look at this barrage of fire going on here. Just shots flying everywhere. Putting some nice hits on this Coburg. Go, scored a couple more hits. This Coburg's going down. There he goes. Rhino Flex gets the kill. Our friendly Dresden over there. So next is an enemy Chester. The little Chester. Start pouring it in on him, but he is running into the map border, which means that for some reason our shells most of these first initial barrages do not hit him, falling just short. But then we start to aim at the aft section of Chester. We start unloading in on him there. Start taking hits from enemy Dresden over there. We start turning, trying to avoid these hits, but yeah. Switch our fire back to the Chester. Well, see, no, even though I'm doing, you know, 100, 200, 300 damage per shot, which is quite low, very low in fact, I just can get these guns reloaded so fast that it kind of makes up for the low damage with a high rate of fire, giving it quite a nice damage per minute. There we go. Now, for some reason, I'm not sure why it's not displaying these tickets up here, but I have around, I don't know, but one set on fire, 1 kill so far. Here's this enemy Dresden that was attacking me earlier. We take some hits from him, but we start doing this little turn thing here. Here are these little rescue boats. But some of you may be wondering, oh, whoops. As you can see here, I started up a second account for World of Warships because my main Canadian Shield account had all my battleships and stuff. And for some reason, for the start of World of Warships, they only give you something like 7 port slots. So I decided to go on my secondary account. This is also my secondary World of Tanks account. To start up with the German cruisers, which means that I get full port slots, I guess you can call them. So if you see a Donut Sandwich or Canadian Shield 01 on the battlefield, that will be me. Gun pointing the wrong way, get him turned towards this Dresden. Get some shots on me, but then we start going into a gunnery duel. Just pouring it in on him. Almost right into this island here. But anyways, bam. Just keep unloading on this guy. Got a little walkie-talkie there in the back. This is a close duel. He sets me on fire, damages my main turret, but we get that fixed real quick. Keep unloading on him. 8,000 health, 6,000 health. Just keep pouring it in on him. It's close. Oh, 7,000, 4,000. Just keep unloading. See, look at this rate of fire. Just demolishing this enemy Dresden here. Pew, 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 pew. We're doing the circle of death tactic there, trying to go in circles, which makes a full broadside come every time I turn. But that was probably the highlight of the match there. Duel between the enemy Dresden and myself. Good duel there to the Dresden Admiral. Very honorable. Very honorable. Much honor to the Emperor. I guess this would be German, not Japanese, but anyways. So even though we did win that firefight, that big duel, we are only on 5,600 health. So we will have to watch out enemy Wakatake up there, as well as the enemy South Carolina battleship. All we have left is a San Luis, myself and the Dresden, and the Tier 2 Russian destroyer. Not going to try and pronounce that. But no problem, comrade. No problem. But we're sailing up here at around 25 knots. I'm pretty sure the top speed is over 25 knots. It looks like 25 0.3, maybe 0.4 knots, which is nice. Certainly much faster than the St. Louis, which only does around 21. So our friendly St. Louis has 4 kills. I have 2 kills, and our friendly destroyer has 0. So the South Carolina is trying to be sneaky and capture the base, but we just keep unloading on them. Here comes a shot. Ugh, oh, very close there. He could have done some massive damage. Our aim is off a bit there because he started to wiggle, slither around, but I readjust the aim back onto him. Just keep unloading. I mean, just look at all these shells going in. So far, 2 kills. Just keep pouring it in on them, boys. Now, as you can see here, like I said earlier, I know only doing 200 or so damage, but after a while that starts to add up, especially with this 15 round per minute 3-second reload time on these guns. I thought that the enemy destroyer tried to snake around, but it was our friendly destroyer launching torpedoes. Shots keep going in. Now I point my bow towards the battleship, and that makes all of his shots miss. Now, if you can see here on the map, the enemy walkie-talkie is snaked around, so I'm deciding whether to keep shooting at the battleship or switch over to the walkie-talkie. I switch over to the walkie-talkie. Oh, this guy's gonna be a tricky snake to hit. He's gonna start dodging. Now, even with the monstrous rate of fire on these guns and the fact that I have 12 of them, I'm only getting 3 shots off. Now this guy just keeps wiggling waggling around. That means that basically all my shots miss. So we keep pouring it in on this guy, trying to get a hit. There we go. We're taking hit from the battleship. We're set on fire. It looks like that battleship was firing high explosive. But he did set me on fire. That means that I am done. But there is still my good man in the destroyer left. But he's going to launch these torpedoes and he's going to get hit. So let's move on to the post-game stats. Alrighty, so even though that was a defeat, we still made 63,000 credits as well as 603 experience. We got 231 target hits, 4 incapacitations, 2 kills, 3 fires set, and 1 defended base. I got all of the daily missions complete for doing 30,000 damage. For destroying 2 ships, and for causing 10,000 damage. So, here we are. For the team list, I came here on the top of the team, 603 base experience. So, yeah. And here's the detailed report. 43,266 high explosive damage. 1,473 fires, and that's all. So thanks guys for watching. If you are interested in German cruisers or Soviet destroyers, go and check out World of Warships, and I'll see you on the battlefield.